Preview, this is Salvation and I present to you Dragon Age Origins. We have just defeated the wolves. I have just realized that some battles aren't worth fighting at a certain time. I remembered vaguely that it was a bit tough, but I remembered it less tough than it actually is. We're not going there just yet. I'm trying my luck with the caravan. I will do that at a later time, when I'm generally a little more robust and have a little more... Perhaps have a proper healer too. What now? Oh, yes, of course. Why is there a trap?
There, a cunning trap. It's a trap.
Alright. Please. Except for you.
There, cunning trap.
Do you remember my first battle?
And I'll help. Yes. That's the moment for this one. Which one's wounded enough? This one. And you... Oops, that was that. As soon as you're mobile again, you can take a poultice. And I'm controlling you for the moment, because I can.
Here.
It's a little sustainability, never mind. Am I still out of it? Yes. Would you...
I am ready.
Okay, you can't. Good. But you can. And now you can too.
Come, let us end this.
This one, please. Since it's attacking me. Thanks.
This really gets the blood pumping.
Do it quickly.
The best way to interrupt a caster is to kill them, someone once said.
Right. Ankles.
Ow! My bruises are all bruised.
Now this I can do.
Right, well, it doesn't matter, the battle's over. Anyway, I'm still holding you because of the traps.
As you say.
I'm dismissing the wolf because when I leave the screen I'll have to call him again anyway. And are there more traps? Yes.
Shall be done. As you say.
There are more traps. Perhaps stepping into a trap wouldn't have been the worst thing. Could have avoided them falling. Right, follow. You and you. I should make small injury kits. One of these days.
What is it?
Yes, momentum, and you do that thing again. And you are doing what you're supposed to do anyway. Another one. A sign! Warning, wolves frequent in this area. And caution, trap state for wolves. You don't say. Let's see how that works. The caravan up there is a trouble, and I think so is this, perhaps. At any rate, let me...
It is begun.
I hope I don't get blood all over me again.
Very well. I am done. I don't hear it.
Take one of these, please.
I am on.
Time. Need a reminder.
I see. As you say.
Alright. Oregon, heals everyone, please. No, this one first. Do you mind?
I shall do it.
Now we play it again. I love this game.
And now you die. Alright. That was better. Quest updated, you dispatched the darkspawn along the trade route. The merchants of the border caravan were already dead. Return this unfortunate news to the Chanter's boat. Will do. As I said, the other one, the caravan thing, I won't do that yet because you have to... I can kill them, fine, but I either die myself or everyone. I just don't manage to protect the people. There are people still alive and I want them safe. And that doesn't work without me risking too much. Actually, it really...
It has begun.
I can kill the darkspawn that's there, but I can't save the people if I do so. And if I try to protect the people and prioritize that, I lose, because then I'm just not... I can only do that if I don't focus. There is also an emissary, and that's a boss emissary. And if I focus on the boss emissary, everyone else dies, and if I don't focus on the boss emissary, I let him wreak too much havoc on my party in the meantime. Let's go on. Now we've done that, there is the next thing we can do, and I'll go to the camp for the moment and get rid of a few things, and then we will go somewhere else, and that is the
I lied to you, you know, about why I left Orlais.
Why?
I didn't feel like talking about it then, what happened to me. Maybe it will affect us, maybe not, but you should know. I came to Fereldan and the Chantry because I was being hunted in Orlais.
Hunted for what?
I was framed, betrayed by someone I thought I knew and could trust. Marjolaine. She was my mentor and friend. She taught me the bardic arts, how to enchant with words and song, to carry myself like a highborn lady, to blend in as a servant. The skills I learned, I used to serve her, my bard master, because I loved her, and because I enjoyed what I did.
You loved her?
She was a remarkable woman. I cannot fully express the admiration I had for her, or the depth of my affection. I thought I knew her. My devotion to her blinded me to her less than noble attributes. You can say it was my fault. There was a man I was sent to kill. I was to bring Marjolaine everything he carried. I don't know who this man was. She gave me a name and a description, and I hunted him down. I found documents on his body, sealed documents.
You opened them, didn't you?
My curiosity got the better of me. Something told me that I needed to know what was in those letters. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of information about Orlais to other countries, Nevara and Antiva among others. It was treason.
Isn't that what bards do?
Some. But I had always assumed Marjolaine only operated within Orlais. This was an unhappy surprise for me. My life as bard taught me that my loyalties should be kept fluid. My concern was not that she was a traitor, but that her life would be in danger if she was caught. Orlais has been at war with so many countries. It takes a harsh view of such things, as I later discovered.
Most countries don't appreciate treason.
I should have left well alone, but I didn't. I had to tell Marjolaine I feared for her life. She brushed aside my concern. She admitted her guilt, but said it was in the past. That is why the documents had to be destroyed, she said. I believed her. I kept believing up till the moment they showed me the documents, altered by her hand, to make me look the traitor.
She betrayed you.
Yes, the Orlesian guards. They captured me. Did terrible things to make me confess and reveal my conspirators. It was a traitor's punishment I endured. And at the end of it, all that awaited me was eternity in an unmarked grave.
How did you get out?
The skills Marjolaine taught me were good for something at least. I broke free when I saw the opportunity. I did not seek Marjolaine out. If she thought I was coming for her, she would have me caught again.
And so you came to Ferelden, to Lothering.
I was tempted to confront her. I was furious, betrayed. But what could I do against her? And so I fled to Ferelden, to the Chantry and the Maker. Ferelden protected my person, and the Maker saved my soul. And that is the reason I am here. The real reason. No more lies between us, at least in this.
Thank you for trusting me with this.
It feels good to have this off my chest. Thank you for listening and understanding.
So, I don't think we have a quest yet. Let me see. No, not quite. I think I have to take her with me for that.
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Nothing, never mind. While I'm here.
At your service.
Why aren't you? I have some questions.
Of course.
Never mind. Just how? Oh, that isn't enough. I'll get you there.
Yes,
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Actually, never mind.
Very well.
Let's go.
As you wish.
I have certain items, and you haven't talked to me yet about your issue.
I await your command.
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Never mind. Maybe try asking her about the shape change. I did that already, didn't I? I already have that unlocked. Doesn't matter. I have a few things that I can dispose of, or Liliana. Yep. And that is then Shale. Here is Shale. Large chipped spirit crystal. Small flawed fire crystal. 550. Damage 550. Fire damage. Cold damage. Electricity damage and nature damage. I'll give you that, it looks cool. And armor wise, 1089, that's better. Nature resistance, electricity. Let's go with that. And don't have anything on accessories. Accessories is the word. Thane helmet 125. 750 Sten. 750. What? Okay, yours is actually stronger. Okay. Not going to happen. That adds too much fatigue. Okay. And then we have a book for someone we don't yet have. For Liliana we have that. I think that's for Liliana. Let me look. Liliana. Redcliffe Village and Rusta's Grace, we have that, and these are, yes.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
And that.
Oh, how
Yes.
dear of you. Thank you so much.
Remarkable stones, there are various of these, are all for Shale.
Ooh, shiny.
Yes, and that is for, believe it or not.
I am impressed. My thanks.
Right, good, we don't have the drunkard yet. That was cruel, I know. Alright, then let me... Anything you
Something
have
I
to say?
can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Never mind. Got an approval change, so we might always get a dialogue change, you see.
Yes,
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Actually, never mind.
Very well.
I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then.
What did you mean about human wisdom?
Perhaps if humans sought wisdom beyond the walls of chantries, they might find it now and then. Don't Kunari have places of worship? Kunari do not worship.
Then what do you know about wisdom?
I know that it cannot be found unless sought. There is little point in pursuing this. We should move on.
Let's go.
As you wish.
Alright, that didn't do anything. At least it didn't do any harm either. I don't think talking to Zevran will make much sense at this point.
I see it found some augmentation crystals. I was not even aware it knew about them. Well done. So, what does it think? They don't make me look any wider, do they? I find I'm already too wide as it is.
I think they are so pretty.
They are, aren't they? I so adore them. I think it should find some more as soon as possible. I want to glitter from ear to ear, so to speak.
Shale. What's with the heavy sighs?
Oh, that. Merely reflecting on the hopeless nature of the task in front of it. The most likely outcome is that it and its companions will become a stain on some rock for the Darkspawn to tread upon. I shall be moved to a single tear by the tragedy.
Glad to know you care, at least.
It's true. One single tear, and then it's off to the north, I think. Or maybe west. I haven't decided. What's that? Did it hear flapping wings? There may be pigeons nearby. We should be alert.
Shale.
Oh,
I would have expected golems to be different.
different? Different than what? Different than a statue? Different than a log? Should I talk in a monotone? Yes, Master, I exist to serve the Master. I shall kill for the Master and only for the Master. Perhaps it expected me to have a booming voice. Recite limericks. I can recite limericks, if it likes.
Are they dirty limericks?
Mostly they involve slaughtering pigeons in creative and invasive manners. I have never met another golem. I have no idea what one might be like, or why I wouldn't be like them. Why? Has it met other golems? Did they not sound as I do?
I have no idea what golems sound like.
I don't know what other golems might be like, but I am already superior by virtue of my free will. This is a good thing.
I agree, being a golem would be handy.
Imagine the benefits. No need to eat or sleep or perform other functions. Walk underwater, crush the heads of every opponent. The possibilities are limitless. Barring the occasional 30 years or so of paralysis, there's little to compare. Now stop talking so much. The wagging of its moist little tongue is distracting.
Oh, Shale, you're brilliant.
I've watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I've decided that it is not much like any of them.
Because I'm not human?
Oh, it's not just that. Well, I'm sure that's part of it, but it's not only that. Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings?
There's a backhanded compliment in there somewhere.
Nonsense. It can imagine my surprise, discovering such a thing was possible from a creature so soft. But there it is. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless.
And we wouldn't want that.
Indeed. Can it imagine the horror? Oh. Now, let us crush something into a fine paste before it starts to think I've gone all soft. Perish the thought.
Shale, really.
It speaks.
Never mind. I don't dare ask that without saving.
It speaks.
You're still with me, I see.
Yes, its adventures are interesting, even if the chances for success are remarkably slim. It would be better to throw oneself off a cliff, I suspect. Does it wish me to leave? I can, though I see no reason to go.
No, stay. You're quite helpful.
No doubt. Without me, it would have to carry its inventory on its own. Perhaps we should continue. Its chances of success are small enough without further dawdling. It speaks.
I have questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Are those crystals in your skin?
I like to think of them as accessories.
But what do they do?
I suspect that it is an art that was practiced when golems were more, commonplace. My former master collected whatever lore he could find on the subject. He searched far and wide to collect what crystals he could and then added them. It is not an unpleasant sensation.
So they're decoration?
As I understand it, the crystals allow me to alter the flow of magic around me. Wilhelm had hoped to turn me into a battery of mana, something he could tap at will.
Did he succeed?
Not really, although now that I think of it, these attempts may be what caused my disruption. Some of the crystals increase the presence of mana, some absorb or reflect spells. There are various kinds. All I can promise is that, should it ever find one of these crystals, I can likely tell it the function and what it would do if added to me.
Would you be willing to have more at it?
Why not? I don't get to wear clothing and other adornments like the rest of you creatures, after all. That answers its question, I assume? Unless it has more.
I'm told you killed your former master.
Did I not already tell it that I do not remember doing such? I remember having a master. My memories of what happened to him are vague.
Vague, but not non-existent?
Clever and true. Oh, very well. Let me see what I can recall. My former master enjoyed experimenting upon me. I remember that much. There was tinkering with spells, and then the crystals. He was very eager to alter my function, I think.
Alter you? Why? You're fine as you are.
Flattery, and obvious flattery too. I feel warm and fuzzy inside. He possessed my control rod, and back then, it would have prevented me from doing anything he did not command me to, no matter how I might have wished to. So what happened? I am unsure. He was experimenting, and then nothing.
So he hit the kill me button by accident?
Oh ho ho. It does like to laugh, does it? But who knows? I may have such a thing. And then he was gone. I was standing where I was, in the village, and I could no longer move. The villagers came, poked and prodded me in fear, and then realized they could neither move me nor destroy me. So they simply left me. And in time I forgot I hadn't stood there all along.
That must have been terrible. I'm sorry.
In fact, at first I found it more of a relief. For so many years I'd had to leap to that little toadstool's every command. Get this, pick up that, put it down, pick it up again. The gall! At first I'd hoped he'd simply decided to leave me there paralyzed. An acceptable trade-off. After years passed, I simply stopped caring.
Sounds like you had a good rest.
I think I was ready to move on. Another few years and the moss would have covered my face. And then where would I have been? Whatever the mage did seemed to render the control rod useless, for which I should be thankful, yes? And provided it doesn't decide to copy his experiments, not that I would allow it, it is nothing to fear from me. Much.
Sounds good to me.
The things that it fights, and it fights things often, that is a different story. Let us get back to the walking and the fighting. My stone is beginning to itch again.
Whoa. I'm getting approval from you faster than I remember.
It speaks.
I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
How did you end up in Honleith? Do you remember?
Oh yes, that I remember quite well. My former master, the mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Gollum, snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it.
Do you remember anything before Honleith?
I traveled with the mage. He did a lot of traveling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy. And before that, no, there are only images. I was somewhere dark.
Just how old are you exactly?
I have no idea. Wilhelm used to brag that the dwarves stopped making golems centuries ago. I do not age as you soft creatures do. Sadly, my memory is no better. Plus, I get bored and stop paying attention.
I would have thought you'd enjoy scaring humans.
I'd have happily stomped them all into paste, and then ripped down their little houses and stomped on them, too. In fact, after 30 years of watching them, I'd do it twice. What I didn't like was being ordered to do it. Dangled in front of those frightened morons like some scary thing. Once I was a statue, it took those villagers years before they'd even approach me. The first one to actually work up the nerve to touch me urinated himself. Ugh.
But why were you out in front of the tower?
That is where Wilhelm kept me. He wanted me out in the open where I could be frightening like a scarecrow. I was supposed to watch for thieves. Pah! Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room for me. Hag.
His wife.
I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors.
Oh my god.
So the mage had me shrunk down. Can it believe it? And she still wanted me out.
How does someone shrink a golem?
With a chisel. And a lot of nerve.
I'd forgotten that. You didn't like this Wilhelm, I take it.
He did love using that control rod. Fondled it so much his wife actually threatened to throw it in the lake. Ha! I would have liked to have seen that. Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it pay a great deal for it?
Oh yes, a fortune in fact.
Good. Clearly, I am worth it.
Interesting. I'm done asking about that.
Good. I was just about done talking about it. It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
I will save and quit because my timer's rang. I'll continue talking to Shale next time. This was Servatia and Dragon Age Origins. Bye weiter.